record. Hey.
Hi, YouTube. What do I always say at the beginning of all my videos?
I was just thinking about that. Hey guys. That's what you say. Yeah, you do.
What's up, YouTube?
What's up, YouTube? Yes.
We're on the way to Tennessee. I'm driving because I was home all day and Matt worked like an 8-hour day. And I like to drive and he doesn't like to drive. Anyway, so since I'm driving and I don't want to be like vlogging and driving, Matt is going to answer a bunch of questions that you guys have asked him on Instagram. I asked you guys to ask Matt some questions that you have for him about him personally or his take on some of the stuff that I say or do or whatever. So that's what we're gonna do.
What's up, YouTube?
There you go.
That works?
Yeah.
Okay. First question is, do you ever feel awkward taking pictures of Lynette around others? Not really. It's something that I've grown accustomed to.
I feel more awkward than he does. I'm so uncomfortable taking pictures and videos in public where other people are. He doesn't care. He's like completely oblivious.
Yeah, don't care. Matt, what's your favorite way to eat pancakes? Favorite way to eat pancakes is, that's by M. Ferguson Fit, with a lot of syrup. With a lot of syrup, a lot of delicious syrup on it. That's how I like to eat pancakes.
Don't you like them with don't you like them with blueberries? Or is that not your favorite? You just like them plain?
I like them plain, kinda. Somewhat like blueberries. This is a dual Q&A here.
I'm trying to stay out of it.
Trying. Let's see what happens there. There's one from Mansour 97260. Dahante Chadra Ingaro
I saw that. I was like, that is not the English language.
Yes.
Careful what you're agreeing to over there.
No, that's true. No. How do you feel about Lynette posting pictures that highlight specific body parts like her butt or pictures of her in a bikini, etc.? Well, Lynette does a very good job, but from what I can see, she always does it in a very tasteful way, and if I do have an issue with it, I can bring it up and she'll move them right down.
Well, and I don't have to do it as much anymore, but it used to, like, if I ever had anything that was even slightly, like, I wasn't sure if Matt was going to be comfortable with me posting it, I would send it to him first or let him see it first and just be like, hey, is this too much for you? And he would either be like, yeah, or no, it's fine. So that's kind of like where the boundaries were discovered between like what he's comfortable with me posting versus not. And we're like at the same place. Like I don't like to post like bikini photos of me or anything like that. This is turning into Lynette and Matt Q&A. Okay, I'm sorry, take it away. Go ahead.
This is, I want to give this person a shout out. Laura Wiley. I, in an ever so not creepy way, want to know Matt's favorite part of your bod. Hashtag no shame.
Hashtag no shame.
I love it all. We'll start with the booty and we'll censor out the rest of it. How did you get into the bodybuilding community and how did you feel about the sexed up the industry is? Did this make you hesitate to be a part of it and compete? How did you get into the bodybuilding community? I got in because she was doing it and wanted to be a great supportive husband. I had no interest outside of maybe just getting a nice body out of it, but it actually is work. It's work day in, day out, sticking to a meal plan, sticking to working out, getting on stage, getting lean. So I came to appreciate it that much more, but the main reason I got in because of her, and the reason that I'm still doing it is because of her. And how did you feel about how sexed up the industry is? I've never seen it as sexed up, so I really don't have an opinion on that. I know you may.
I thought your answer would be something along the lines of, your opinion on the sexualization of it is that it's in the eye of the beholder and what your motives are. Our motives have always just been to work hard and, you know, to compete because it was fun for us, so there is no sexualization part of it to us. That's what I thought you would answer, but that's fine. You just move on.
Matt, what is your body goal you're working on now? Staying fit, putting on mass, prepping for competition? My main goal is just to stay lean at this point. At the end of last June, when I finished my competition, I did a bulk, and I did a bulk from June all the way to January. I probably put on like 30 pounds, but now I'm working all that off. I probably put on some muscle mass, don't know the exact amount, but I was eating a lot of calories to put on a lot of bulk because my body is very naturally that it burns calories very easily.
It doesn't put on muscle mass very easily. easily.
And they'll put on muscle mass very easily. Because I'm an athlete. I played college football. I played all kinds of sports through high school. So it's just naturally my body just craves carbs and it wants to break it down.
And you're just very conditioned like an athlete. Like you burn everything that you bring in. You don't build, you don't bulk up. Like that's just not his natural physique.
Matt, when you met Lynette, were you deterred at all by her young age, or did you know that you want to pursue her from day one? Well,
let's not even go here. No, go ahead, tell them. Tell them the beginning of our relationship way.
Well, I thought at the beginning she was cool, and it's the truth. I can't rewrite it. What do you want me to do? Go back to my stupid 20-some-year-old self and say, why didn't you pursue her quicker? But I thought she was really cool. Just hanging out with her, wanted to be with her, spend time with her. Didn't want to make the commitment because I was stupid. Plus, I was moving to Texas, so I didn't necessarily want the long distance relationship. But we actually grew closer as a result of the long distance relationship. Grew closer, went from friends to dating to engaged to married, and now we are almost coming up on 4 years
of marriage. We've been dating for like almost 6.
Yes.
We're like been together for almost 6. But they asked you, were you deterred by my age? Because I was like 18 when you met me, and you were like 26. So were you weirded out by like my age at all, or did that slow you down?
Never slowed me down. she was cute.
I was cute. I was a cutie with the booty.
Well, she didn't have the booty at the
time.
time.
I didn't have the booty yet. Let's be real.
Yes.
I didn't have the booty, but
she was a cutie. The booty came later. How does it benefit your marriage when y'all, see, that was not me, that was this person, y'all were both believers from the start? It really helped us out because it really helped us be kind of on the same page. And that's what you want to do with any relationship, regardless if you are a believer, you aren't a believer. First and foremost, you just got to know what each other's values are, because if you know each other's values, you got to have that foundation. So being a believer helped us. So make sure you have the same values as somebody you're dating and somebody that you think you're going to marry.
Can I just add something?
Yep.
For anyone out there who is a Christian who is dating somebody, I highly, highly suggest that if you are a Christian, to only date other Christians. And I don't mean that as in like nobody's good enough unless they're a Christian, but the Bible does tell us to not be unequally yoked, which means to not be hooked up with somebody in a dating marriage situation that doesn't believe in God also. And so from the get-go, I was just determined that I was not going to date or marry anybody who was not a strong believer. So this is not about me though. Answer away. I'm sorry, I'm so nosy.
She has an anointing for being nosy. Very good question from Olivia Alisa. Sorry if I pronounced it wrong. Matt, what advice or tips do you have for someone who is wanting to pursue a stronger and deeper relationship with God, but maybe doesn't know exactly where and how to start? That is an excellent question. So my recommendation is to, first and foremost, start your relationship with God daily. And whatever level you're at, whether it's just, if you haven't, no time that you're spending with God, you're just going to church, my recommendation is to start with 5 minutes a day. 5 minutes a day, that's it. Reading your Bible, listening to praise and worship music, reading a book about the scriptures, whatever it may be. But that's my recommendation, is to start there. Do it for a week straight. Do it regardless of what's going on. And then the next week, bump it up 5 minutes. 10 minutes, and then a week later 15 minutes, and kind of build yourself up. If you're already at a point you're spending a lot of time with God, but it seems really shallow, that you're not getting the full effect that you want, I recommend mixing it up. A lot of people just read their Bible every single day, every single day, every single day. There's nothing wrong with that, but I don't know about you, but I don't want oatmeal every single day for my entire life. Oatmeal is good, but sometimes I want to mix it up. Sometimes I want toast, sometimes I want eggs, sometimes I want pancakes, whatever it may be. And how you mix it up, like you mentioned, pull up a YouTube video, pull up a teaching video, listen to some praise and worship music, just mix it up. That's my recommendation.
Hello, my YouTube friends. We were just answering questions. Just decided to interrupt it because we stopped at a rest stop to let the camera cool off and for us to go pee.
And for her to go on the truck side and not the people side.
I'm not good at driving.
And she drives really fast. So
I do drive really fast. I have a lead foot for real, and I don't realize it. And I've never gotten a speeding ticket. I just am lucky. Okay, Guess I'll give you guys back to Matt now and answer more questions. We've been driving for like, we left at 3:45. It is now 7, so just over 3 hours. We're probably not gonna get to the cabin until midnight. No, 1 a.m. 1 a.m. But I like to drive. I really, really like to drive. So I'm fine. Ugh. Okay, there we go.
There you go. Let's see, next question. Matt, you seem very supportive of Lynette's social media presence. Did you always feel that way? No, I did not always feel that way, because it does take a lot of work to build up your social media outreach. So it actually started with a blog, or your vlog? Blog.
My fashion blog.
Your fashion blog. So if you want to look her up, can they do that?
Yeah, they can do that.
Yeah, you can see some pretty trendy outfits and what was going on back 3 or 4 years ago. They may or may not be still in style, but she was in that. So that took up a lot of time, and she had to do a lot of work. She had to build that up, and then she kind of more transitioned into Instagram and YouTube and all that other type of stuff, and just put a lot of work in. This is a full-time job. This isn't a, let me just turn on a camera and go. No, there's editing, there's thought process, there's ideas, there's planning stuff,
answering people's comments.
And you know that she's a planner, so she, you know, every video, one of the things I'm very proud of her is her quality of her videos, because of how much effort she puts in, how much time, how much thought process. So, and then the editing afterwards, she does it all, and she's great at it.
The question was, have you always been supportive of it?
I am now.
You are now?
Yes.
Okay, but he used to not be as supportive. He was never necessarily against it. He just wanted me to put more boundaries of my time between social media and like our regular life, because I would literally be on social media off and on all day. Like literally my phone would just always be on me, and I'd always be on social media in some way, shape, or form, just because I wanted to answer people's questions. I wanted to like socialize with people. I wanted to like just check on all my notifications, and I was so dedicated to answering every single person's comment and stuff like that. But it literally is like a full-time job, and at that point I was not even being really compensated by any like of my forms of social media at all. So it was just hard. And because I think we answered this in our Q&A, like I would like refuse to get off. He'd be like, can you please just give me an hour of your time? And I'd be like, no, like I want to do this. So yeah, but he's more supportive now because I put more like boundaries on my time and how much I actually can like give of my time and myself to my social media. And there's still so much privacy between what actually goes on in my life, like based on what I post on social media. It seems like I post everything and you guys feel like you know my whole story, my whole life, but there's a lot that I don't post, and he knows that I respect our privacy and stuff like that. So that's why he's like totally like about it now, because he knows that like I have like a lot of limitations and boundaries and stuff. So
yeah, and sorry about the bounciness. We are in Ohio, so
the worst state ever.
Sorry if you're watching from Ohio, but
stop being a Buckeye and start being a U of M fan. That's all I'm gonna say.
And I know I'm gonna get comments that you guys have been kind of running the show here recently, but you realize Jim Harbaugh came in, so
suck it. Sorry to my Ohio peeps. I do love you.
We love you. You just, nobody's perfect. Next question. Matt, how did you know that she was the one? Well, as I said, it did take time, because I originally just started out as friends, but the closer that we got, the more that I learned about her, the more that I liked about her. And I can tell you that the time it was solidified was actually about 5-6 years ago. My dad passed, and it was a very tough time for me. So to have somebody like her, who with the spiritual foundation and the encouragement and the love, you know, I knew that she would have my back, and she's had my back ever since. So that was a time that really solidified, and then just every single day I'm loving her more. I just find more to love about her. I just love her for who she is. So marriage is great, and it just keeps getting better every single day. Matt, how do you do with Lynette's diet and training? Like, how do you say to yourself, she's so dedicated, and then also determine when maybe something is unsafe? Are you able to talk about your concerns, if any? I see what she does and her diet and every single thing, and I know it takes a lot from a competition standpoint, and I don't know everything that she knows. So there is an element of me trusting her and trusting the coaches that she's hired, because she's always hired great coaches. So trusting what they say, knowing that they won't put her in a bad situation. Now, going up to the prep, she had some issues about 1 or 2 weeks out that really pushed her over her limits. That's something that I knew nothing about. I learned now, so I can kind of see a little bit more, but I really don't say too much about her training because she is the expert.
And he knows I'm not an idiot. I've always put my health first whenever I'm starting to get to a point with my diet where I think I'm starting to actually compromise my health. And you guys, people are so weird when people are dieting. Like Instagram is just crazy. Like someone will be dieting and be like, dude, this is really tough and I'm really tired. And suddenly everyone's in a frenzy like, oh my God, you're so unhealthy. Why are you doing this to yourself? You're a terrible person. You have an eating disorder. Like, no, like dieting for many people is very hard, very exhausting. And you should be like depleted because you are literally living off less than you need to survive. And that's how you lose fat. And that's normal to like be tired by that and exhausted and cranky and stuff like that. Like people need to just chill.
And by that she's going 91 miles an hour.
I'm sorry, but I do know the difference between like, oh, I'm dieting and this is tough versus, oh, I'm doing something that could potentially actually compromise my health. And if that is the case, I always slow down, I always stop, because in no way, shape, or form is any kind of body worth more to me than my health. And if it was, like, trust me you guys, I'd be in way better shape than I am right now, but my health always comes first to me. And so that's it. Just, he knows that I always have my health first.
One last question. Was one of you into fitness more than the other at first? And if so, was it difficult for the other person to get into it? Not sure if that makes sense. I hope you have fun on your trip. You deserve it. Aw, thanks you, Karen. I like it. When we first met, I was actually into working out, and I still remember, you can tell the time about jogging together. I used to jog 3 to 4 days a week, every single week, just making the habit of it. So this little girl wanted to do that. So the first time we went out jogging, and enter Lynette for details.
We talked about this before. I've shared this on a vlog. I like ran for 30 seconds and had to stop because I was so out of shape. I was not someone who worked out at all. He was very, very fit. I just said I worked out because I wanted him to like me. I was 19, give me a break. But yeah, and then over the years, he slowly was like less into fitness because we got married and he was a minister and he had like a lot of other priorities. And that's when I started getting into fitness because I wasn't working a ton. I was a secretary somewhere, and I just started getting into fitness. And then it was like my thing for so long. And then I finally was like, dude, like do this with me. And so now we're both really into fitness.
Yeah, and she's way more into fitness than me. I still work out, I still take care of myself. I'm still on a meal plan, whatever it may be. But if you want an example of somebody who knows her stuff, who works out like crazy, and is just a very dedicated person, it's this girl right here.
Fitness is my life.
So I believe that will wrap it up. So closing thoughts. Let's see, what deep thoughts does Matt have?
It's your time to shine, babe.
That she can edit out, because I'm sure I'll send like...
None of it will work.
Yeah.
None of it will fit.
Woo. Any parting words? No, it's just, you know, we appreciate every single one of you guys, and, you know, it's a blessing to share our life. We're not perfect. We have the ups, we have the downs, but it takes work, and we work together. We work on our relationship. Our relationship is a priority. It's a priority over fitness. It's a priority over sports. It's a priority over anything else, because whatever you put first or you put your effort in, it's just going to reap the most amount of benefit. So that's what we do. So with that, I'm going to close this out. So here's Lynette. Here's me. And
see ya.
See ya.